Right off the top of this video, this is all about Lean Drops reviews. Hit the like button, please, down below. The like button really help my video get out there in Google and YouTube search results so people can find it and avoid what looks like to me to be a scam. I'm not calling Lean Drops a scam product. I am, however, saying there's a lot of scam marketing out there for it, and I couldn't find any other marketing that would be legitimate so far. And so that leads me to believe that this is something that you might want to stay far away from because it's not going to have miracle properties. Also, Dr. Oz here, never endorsed it. I found 2 different videos, so we'll see who appears in these videos. I'm going to hit play on this. So if you're looking for, again, if you're looking for Lean Drops reviews, Lean Drops supplements, anything having to do with weight loss, and it claims that doctors, hospitals, universities, famous people endorsed it. No one ever endorsed it. No hospitals, no doctors, universities, or famous people ever endorsed it. Lean Drops. Let's watch this Dr. Oz deepfake video. Deepfake meaning manipulated lip movement with AI generated audio. And anyone you see talking here who's famous or maybe even testimonials, it's not going to be actually that person talking. It's a deep fake with AI generated audio. Manipulated lip movement with AI generated audio. So you might hear a recipe promise as well. There's no recipe. That's a hook to get you to watch the video. There is no recipe they're ever going to present to you. Big Pharma doesn't want you to know about this. If they say that, that's just a trope to get you to be like, yeah, I don't like Big Pharma and all that kind of stuff. Don't believe the things they say in this video. I'm going to hit play.
I'm going to say this one time. If you're doing this gelatin trick the way TikTok is teaching you, it's not going to work. Today, I'm showing the only version of this gelatin method that's actually up to 3x more powerful than Mounjaro. And yes, it's the one everyone is trying to copy wrong. This thing is exploding on TikTok. Over 20 million views. Hollywood celebrities obsessed. And yet, almost nobody understands why it works. My wife was the first person I tested this on. And no, this wasn't luck. She lost almost 25 pounds in 21 days because this recipe flips the same GLP-1 fat-burning switch used by weight loss injections, but without needles, without crazy diets, and without spending thousands. And before you roll your eyes and say, that's impossible, I tested this mechanism live to prove it. When this recipe is prepared the right way, not the viral way, you can still lose up to 15 pounds this Gennaro and finally make 2026 the year your body actually changes. I'm not teasing this. I'm not selling a shortcut. I'm giving you the exact recipe so you can do it today. So if this video found you right now, stay with me. Because once you see how simple this really is, you'll understand why everyone else keeps failing. Production, roll the video. All right, guys. So one of the most watched videos in the history of my show ended up helping thousands of women finally understand something surprising. Belly fat is not the hardest fat to lose. In that episode, we proved how to melt stubborn belly fat with a pink gelatin trick that mimics the effects of Mounjaro, but in a much more powerful and safe way. I brought a guest up on stage and said, this right here, this is your belly fat. Hold it up so everyone can see. Then I held up a completely different sample and said, and this is the other kind of fat in your body, the one in your thighs, arms, under your chin, everywhere else. Side by side, they looked almost the same. But there's a subtle difference, and that difference explains why belly fat behaves so uniquely.
So this is a segment that scammers use all the time from Dr. Oz's show, which he has not had in years now. You know, Dr. Phil also has not had his old Dr. Phil show for years now. And I guess they think that people don't know that. I don't know. But this segment that appears right here has nothing to do with the product that we're trying to expose here called Lean Drops. There is no evidence I've seen so far that Lean Drops specifically is a scam, a product or whatever, right? But there's scam marketing. And it's difficult to find information about who creates the product, where they bottle it, all that kind of stuff, which, you know, that leads me to believe something. But I'm going to just say here, I found no credible evidence that this is a scam product and instead tell you to go see a doctor. When you can't find information about who founded a supposed miracle product that's going to have amazing results for weight loss, and you can't find out any information about where it's made or any of that stuff, wouldn't you be shouting that from the rooftops if you were the founder, if it was something that actually did what it was supposed to do? And no one's doing that. And that's very interesting. And that tells us a lot, doesn't it? So
then we moved to the demonstration. On the table, we had a compound, something created to mimic the effect of Mounjaro and GLP-1.
All right, and then there's this other video I found here for the same product. It's also talking about Lean Drops at the very end. Let's hit play and see exactly what they're claiming in this other video that also is trying to promote this.
What the f- is nobody talking about this pink gelatin trick? This exposed. She just revealed how Japanese women stay so skinny even eating noodles every day. This is the last time I'm sharing this here. Watch this before they take it down.
This is without a doubt the best way to go from 202 to 145 to Quick Start 2026.
Hi friends, this is the dirty little
That frowning photo they just showed of this woman was AI, you could tell.
secret Melissa McCarthy used to melt belly fat on its own. I dare you to use this and not see your pants falling off your waist in as little as 2 weeks. I found this
Also, the idea that this woman here was holding a pink gelatin dish was also added in with AI.
recipe by accident stalking Melissa's nutritionist on Instagram. She posted it and got censored in 3 hours, but I saw it and I tried it. Look at this. This was me last New Year's and this is me in 2026. I know it sounds bizarre, but now I have to renew.
This woman likely is a TikTok influencer or something like that, and her videos are being misused. Instagram influencer, whatever. And there's deepfake AI technology going on with her, if I had to guess.
And my hubby keeps asking what I did to look so stunning since then. Well, just this Jell-O mix with 2 more ingredients.
Why would your husband not know what caused you, if it was real, to lose that many pounds? What are you talking about? It's like, do you talk to your husband?
And that's it, period. Her nutritionist said grab a pen and paper and write this down immediately because they are trying all they can to remove this in minutes. And gladly I did. It's ridiculously simple and so effective that my friends DM me every single day dying to know what I did. Like, girl, just spill it already. If you're seeing this video now, it's because you're God's favorite babe. And no, it does not take invasive procedures, not running hours on the treadmill, neither that fake pink salt scam those liars were publishing online.
The same people who did the pink salt trick scam in past years, mainly 2024, 2025, who knew that what they were doing was fake, fraudulent, terrible, and made people believe in something that was never going to work, which says a lot about the people who made the scam. Probably did the same thing with this. And then different video platforms in like Brazil or whatever, I'm not going to name names, acted like, that's fine, let's bring them on and do an interview with them.
It's a simple $2 recipe with ingredients you can find at any Walmart. So after I posted my results in my family's group chat, my cousin sent me a voice message losing her mind. She's like, do you know where this actually comes from? Girl, you will no tea believe this. And then she sends me this video file, a 60 minutes investigation with Dr. Oz that was supposed to air years ago. He exposes how the weight loss industry keeps women hostage to their drugs forever.
Girl, you will no tea believe this. So that's an AI thing reading a word wrong. It should have been, girl, you will not believe this.
And then he breaks down the 4 natural compounds that trigger the same hormones these pills do to melt belly fat for $2. It just takes 1 spoonful of this pink gelatin and 2 more ingredients that I'm sure are hiding in your fridge. This episode never made it to TV. Now you know why, but somehow my cousin had it. And honestly, after watching it, I got it. And with all this new Wegovy pill stuff blowing up everywhere, I couldn't keep this to myself. Stay just 5 minutes watching the episode to learn the complete step-by-step of how to prepare this delicious pink gelatin right from your home. Okay, I'm done. Watch this for yourself. Starting in 3.
Are they going to show the same Dr. Oz thing we just saw? Whether him talking before the Dr. Oz show segment with the trays of gelatin looking stuff or just the segment? Let's see.
2, 1.
Oh.
Tonight on 60 Minutes, we investigate how Rebel Wilson, Meghan Trainor, Serena Williams, and several other celebrities are reportedly losing up to 60 pounds using a new method known as the pink gelatin trick, a simple recipe that costs less than $1 and that, according to specialists, activates the same GLP-1 mechanism triggered by Ozempic and Wegovy, but without injections, without side effects, and up to 3 times more potent when prepared correctly. And here is what truly shocked investigators. Women following this morning ritual are losing 15 to 24 pounds before Christmas, with no dieting, no exercise, just by performing this remarkably simple routine.
60 Minutes never covered this. Anderson Cooper never talked about it. Rebel Wilson, Serena Williams, Adele, Oprah, whoever it is they end up showing here, the Kardashians, have nothing to do with this.
Tonight, we're going to uncover the truth behind it. We will test the method live, together with Dr. Oz, the celebrity weight loss doctor who went viral after demonstrating the full recipe. But that is not all. Rebel Wilson and Meghan Trainor both claim they used this exact same trick to lose more than 60 pounds each. And at the end of the program, we will reveal the complete step-by-step recipe these celebrities follow to achieve such dramatic results. Take a look at the exclusive video, Rebel...
So, yeah, let's take a look at the exclusive video.
This pink gelatin is amazing. In 15 days, I lost 17 pounds.
Wasn't that Meghan Trainor? That was Meghan Trainor, right?
And by the end of 3 months, it was 45 pounds gone.
Isn't that Meghan Trainor?
This natural method, made with gelatin ice, exactly the way Dr. Oz taught me. I just wanted to say thank you because I truly think everyone should try this before.
Okay, so, if they talk about how Dr. Sanjay Gupta had something to do with this, or Dr. Oz, or Dr. Phil, or Dr. whoever, no, it's all fake and false. So like, comment, subscribe. The join button is down below. If you're looking around online, you want to see more information about Lean Drops reviews, whatever it may be, Lean Drops, Dr. Oz, Lean Drops, where to buy, Lean Drops recipe, all that kind of stuff. Stay far away from this. This is a scam. It is going to try to get you to pay a lot of money, and you're not going to have any miracle properties with the product when you take it. You're not going to be able to figure out where it's made or who's the founder or any of that stuff. You will not be able to tell anything about it other than it arrives in a bag or a package at your doorstep. Why would you then consume something if you don't know what is happening with it? I mean, that's crazy to me. And so Lean Drops, it claims it has 9.8 out of 10 review score with 46,324 reviews on the final page on ClickBank, which is a lie. That's not true at all. It'll claim FDA registered. The FDA has nothing to do with anything having to do with this. And this is just all terrible. And there's an affiliate ID I see with this as well. LMN 2025. And that's what I see here. Lean Drops. So there are thousands of scams online just like this, offering either pills or dropper bottles, just like you see with Lean Drops. And they have their own video, long video with celebrity deepfakes and doctor deepfakes, AI stuff that's not real. No one actually ever endorsed the products or said that they were good. But there are thousands of videos, thousands of products for weight loss, for COPD, for dementia, for anything, for pain, whatever. And no one does anything about it, or at least they don't do enough. And this is just the way things are. And the way these scams are able to thrive is that Facebook, Instagram, Meta is their parent company, or TikTok or whoever, allow scam ads on their platforms. They accept money, these tech platforms do, for scam ads, acting like they really, really care about protecting you from scams. Here's our terms of service, our community standards. We're against scams. But in reality, they accept money for thousands and thousands of scams all the time. No one does anything about it because it's a big corporation. If you're a mom and pop store, you do one thing wrong, the FBI is going to be at your door. But if you're a giant corporation, you can do whatever you want, and you're probably never going to face any real meaningful consequences. That is the US here in this millennia, right? That's exactly what unfortunately, this is our life. This is our reality, where if you're a massive tech platform, you get away with whatever you want. But if you're a small person, one person or whatever with a shop, do one thing wrong, well, you're going to jail. That is, in a nutshell, one of the biggest issues with America these days. Whatever. This is the world we live in. I could go on. I've ranted about this many times. How if these tech platforms did actually, were held to account, and maybe there was a big fine. Meta or TikTok was, the FTC said you have to pay this much money, a big fine. Is that really going to impact the people at the top of the company who knew what was going on? Probably not. It's just going to lead that company to fire a bunch of people, probably, if I had to guess my opinion, down below to make up for the cost. And the people down below didn't do anything wrong. And that, again, is the way the world works. That is our reality. Things, if you're someone or a company or whatever, and you're very, very powerful, and you have a lot going for you, you're a giant corporation, a massive business, a tech platform, for whatever reason, you're untouchable. And that is just backwards, obviously. Like, comment, subscribe, Lean Drops reviews. I hope that I helped you. The join button is big down below if you want to help with my efforts. I'd really appreciate that. And if you find Lean Drops on Walmart.com or Lean Drops on Amazon.com, it does not make it any more legitimate. It just means a third party is selling it through those websites. You will not find it in a Walmart store in your town. It's just on Walmart.com. And Walmart and other websites, unfortunately, allow scam-associated products on their websites all the time to be sold, and no one does anything about it. Because, again, Walmart and Amazon, giant corporations, they get away with whatever they want, apparently, and whatever. I've said enough. Thank you for watching.